is starting. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Queef. That's you. That's you!
Oh. Anna.
Queef!
Queef. Pretty name.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but pretty boy here, what? It seems there was a mistake. Pretty boy here with like a coffee, no cream, no sugar instead of Seagrams. He explained to me, and I could feel his cold gauge. Where did gauge come from?
Gage! You son of a bitch!
I could feel his cold gaze on my face, but I refused to acknowledge him.
Shyly, with a simple nod, a shy nod, I shyly turned and shyly left. By the time their drinks were shyly made, I managed to build up enough shy courage to go back and deliver their drinks. Everything was going well. I placed the shy Corona for the shy Eagle, and I handed the friendly blonde his iced tea. Then had to force place hot coffee front of ice cream. Who fucking acknowledges their friends as that? Easier said than done. My clumsy knee shyly knocked onto his chair, and my already shaky, shyly hand spilled shy coffee all over his shirt. I gulped.
Wait, which one? The Ice King?
I don't know.
The Wheaties? No, it's not like, okay, Anna's point of view, that's you. Queef's point of view.
Thank you. I shyly gasped and shyly frantically reached over the shy napkin box on the shy table. As I tried to dry the shy coffee that soiled his clothes,
Blair.
the sheen shyly grew larger, and the liquid shyly was scalding hot on the napkin, yet the shyly man shyly flinched. I'm so I muttered, my hand shaking. His hand suddenly shot out and grabbed onto my hand. He stood up, towering a good few feet above my height, looking up at his shyly deadly gaze. He's gonna kill me next. My heart was racing, and my breathing felt shyly limited.
Jackson, dude, let her go. Or let it go, let her go, said Stuart. All smiles disappeared.
The man, Jackson, kept his eyes on me, and he only said one thing. He turned me and then ordered, wait, that's you.
Oh. Walk. Or walk.
But my feet were frozen.
You told me, is everything okay?
Came Tony as he approached us carefully, shyly and carefully. I silently, shyly begged for him, with my eyes shyly to help me out.
Nothing to see here, just mind your damn business, said Stuart with a winning tone. You don't harm one of my employees, said Tony as he took a step forward, but he was suddenly stopped in his tracks when the large, bald man made a move to his waist, causing the handle of a gun to come in view. Tony cleared his throat and took a step back, realizing the seriousness of the situation. Now, smiled Stuart. Everyone please get back to your afternoon. We will be departing, said Stuart as he began making his way towards the door.
I was suddenly shoved by the stupid Mr. Clean Man and was forced to walk to the door. And... oh, wait, that's you.
Oh. Wait, Lisa, okay. And where do you think you're talking? Wait. And where do you think you are talking? Taking her. Spoke Lisa as she stood in front of the door between Stuart and I. Sweetheart, sighed Stuart as he turned around. You're a pretty girl, and I really wouldn't want to do any damage or permanent damage to such a pretty face.
Oh, thank you.
So I suggest you go wait on a customer and let us go about our day. Friendly voice smiled, no longer friendly. Sure, you gentlemen can step right out the door, but you're not taking Queef with you, declared Lisa.
I loved my girlfriend, but she was an idiot sometimes. I mean, they had shy guns for shy heaven's sake. It all shyly happened so quick. Stuart's motion were so fluid. It wasn't until he had his arm wrapped around her neck with her back to his chest and a knife to her throat. Oh my god, Jesus! Let her go! Anyways.
Now, honey, I don't think you're in a position to make any choices here. It seems that the boss here has made up his mind about how to deal with your friend, and we don't want any trouble, so be a good girl and let us go in peace. Could Stuart as my eyes begin to water.
I made a move to free Lisa, but I was suddenly pulled back by an iron grip. Help me! And then shoved out the door. The second we stepped out, a limo with the dark tinted windows pulled up. I was pushed inside, none too kindly, and when I turned, Lisa was pushed into Tony's arms as Stuart and the ballman. Lisa! I yelled as the ballman.
Oh, that said Stuart and the ballman made out.
I wish. Plot twist. Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa, she tried to get out of Tony's grip. This is Tony Lopez.
The limo sped off as Stuart and the bald guy followed closely behind in another car. I quickly turned from the window where the dark figure that sat facing me. His eyes were gazing down at me, and I could feel my fear of him growing.
You owe me. We said it in a calm tone.
Oh, you what? My dick? I asked, trying to calm myself.
This was a very expensive shirt, he explained casually as he began removing his vest.
By the looks of it, I think you can afford another one. I started out before I could catch myself. He narrowed his eyes at me as silently scolding me, and then smirks.
You're right, I can, but see, you still have to pay me back. I can't take pity on you just 'cause shirt.
It's a shirt,
or
bar.
else my reputation could be tainted. He explained as he began to unbutton his shirt.
It's
Hey,
a
man,
shirt.
Put that back on.
It's a shirt. You can get a new one at the grocery store. What are you doing?
The grocery store.
Shut up! What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you want? My stuttering voice spoke out as his detective bull upper body came into view.
I want you to pay me back for what you did. He simply said it as he fully removed his shirt, leaving him completely shirtless and vulnerable to the naked eye.
Put on some pants! He made a move towards me and my blood ran cold. No, not this again! Like my cousin did when I was only 4.
Consent!
Ah! I'm not gonna sleep with you! I declared faintly. Taking me in. He seemed taken back by my outburst for a second before he broke into laughter. The laugh sounded more teasing as he said,
The laugh sounded more teasing than amused, and then he said, "Oh, Angel, don't flatter yourself. You're not my type.
Hey!
Nevertheless, you're going to have to pay me back," he said as he reached into a compartment next to me and he pulled out another shirt.
Phew! I signed in relief and I placed some distance between us. Okay. Okay. Name your price and give me a time limit. I'll get your money. I said, trying to calm my stutter.
$5,000, 3 months, he spoke in his tone flat and final.
My mouth ran dry. What? You're kidding me, right? You're speaking as if I have that kind of money laying around. I explained, my shyness turning to shock. With the way I'm living, there's no way I'll be able to get that kind of money. I'm gonna need some time, I tried to reason.
No.
My job doesn't pay me enough for that. I tried to explain.
Then get another job, he said with a shrug.
In 3 months? Oh, like as that is easy. I sighed in my panic aloud, swallowing my stutter and shyness.
It could be. He simply said, shrugging his shoulders.
What are you getting at? I said suspiciously.
Well, you're in love because I'm in need of a secretary. 3 months, you work off your debt, then you're good to go. Said so casually.
You're crazy! This is ridiculous. All this drama over a ruined shirt. I began as I go on a nervous rant.
It's either that or I take you here and now. He said with a hint of teasing in his voice.
Take me where? I asked, and he raised an eyebrow, and when it restricted my mind, oh, no, 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 definitely not. What do you want? I said suspiciously and a bit afraid.
Either accept my deal or I fried chicken you here and now, and we can both move on with our lives. He said it all. This is like fried chicken.
Honestly, to be honest, I would just choose the fucking option because then it'll be done and over with. I'll forget about it. I'll get therapy and all that. And then, boom, I don't have to do that. But what about my job at Luigi's Scary Mansion on the 3DS? I asked. Also, already considering his deal.
Quit.
Okay.
Was all he wanted.
I sighed, shaking my head and looking away. This was not happening to me. All this over fucking spilt damn coffee. This man is fucking dramatic. This is why all men need to get fucking castrated. I don't like wasting.
I don't like to be waiting, hon. What is your choice?
I sighed and shrugged when I said, fine, when do I begin?
Oh, just fucking get over with. Oh, 3 months.
And oh my god. I found it really hard for me to relax through this entire time. I was in a limo, so much that my legs wouldn't stop shaking and returned the fabric of my uniform rubbed and made a soft yet annoying sound.
Would you just stop that? It's annoying. I can't even hear myself think.
I'm sorry! I said softly while I tried to control my trembling knees.
Wait, okay, which one is that? Which one is that? Okay. Why are you so nervous anyway? You scared of me or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, his dark eyes staring straight into my soul.
The way his gaze fixated on me made my throat feel dry because I haven't drunk water in 30 days, and my heart speed up. He was intimidating, and he didn't know it. I named myself. I shiver, and I looked right as I said no.
Wait, he simply mumbled a and it went quiet.
Then out of nowhere, he stood from his side and planted himself next to me. On an instant, I tried to move, but when he placed his hand on mine, I knew moving away was a mistake. Am I about to get sexually assaulted in this damn car? Not again. I tried to look away from him, but he placed his finger underneath my chin and directed into my eyes. This reminds me of Character AI. He slowly caressed my face as he leaned in. He ran his...
Toxic boyfriend, is that you?
Yeah, you know, he ran his thumb across my bottom lip, and I found myself drawing shakily. He brought his lips to my neck, and I slightly jumped with a gasp. Gulp! He chuckled at my reaction. Chuckle.
Oh.
At my reaction, I felt his chest rumble against my arm. I closed my eyes, and when I felt his hand travel to my knee, caused me to quickly snap them open. This reminds me of this one time in 2009.
Stop! I'm attracted to kneecaps. In the story I am.
Get your hand away from my kneecaps! He looked at me in the eye and then made it as though he was going to kiss me. I found myself to be driven to a seductive approach. When my lips were... what lips, though? Were just from touching his, he whispered, think to lie to me again. Oh, wait, that's you.
Hey, man.
Sorry.
Think to lie to me again, princess, and I will hurt you.
Please don't.
He went back to his seat.
His game and rejection suddenly made me feel so weak and cheap. I felt like crying. I'm pretty sure he wasn't wasting a second on me. wasn't even his type. Not that I liked him either. He was kind of really ugly, and I also really liked man. But man, I never seemed to connect. It was the first time I was touched so tenderly.
I have a girlfriend. I thought you had a girlfriend.
I do have a girlfriend. Lisa's my girlfriend. Get out of me! Anyways, I tried to fret over this man. I hate this man. I hope he dies. The limo drove through the city and gestured into the more high-class neighborhood. Huge mansion bowered on large streets on both sides. Bloxburg, 100 lawns and expensive cars, and decorated the neighborhood. As we drove into the mansion, became more and more spaced out with many forests in between each home. When eventually he pulled up to a very something mansion. It was humongous. A castle. Oh God. Someone must have unscrewed my jaw because it hit the floor in shock.
Come on, I don't have all day.
I followed dizzily after him as my eyes jumped into one side to another. Arches of, oh man, you can't see my feet, but flower beds crowded the house as well, and the statues and waterfalls were placed all over the house. The mansion itself stood tall, glamorous, and intimidating as its owner. It was kind of overwhelming. Once we stepped inside, I had to force myself to keep from gasping out loud. The inside decor was worth more than any amount I spent my entire life. The interior was clean, neat, and very bright. Credit to the large windows that occupied the walls of the building. He kept his colors light, such as white and blue family room, white and gold dining room, white and red living room, and a brown staircase with white boulders. He walked into his home as he was so over everything in there. Yet here I was waddling behind him, my eyes wide in shock and wonder.
If you're done gawking, I suggest you follow me to my office so we can get down to business. He said in a straight face.
I got a girlfriend, buddy. I followed behind him quickly to his office that was located on the first floor. He opened the door and walked himself in without any courtesy for me. Once we stepped inside his study and went straight behind his desk and sat down, I followed his actions and sat down on one of the chairs facing him. The minute I sat down, the door closed behind me. Uh-oh! I turned sharply, finding Stuart and the bald eagle standing on each side of the door with their hands clasped in front of them. But bald eagle was just as scary when I had my eyes shifted to Stuart Little. He smiled and said, "Oh, wait, way." But I found it so hard to trust his smile, given that I was basically kidnapped by them. Yeah, for my fucking job, I haven't even clocked out. I turned back around to find Jackson's eyes on me and his arms crossed. We were quiet for a moment with Jackson's eye fixated on me while my eyes bounced around the room, looking everywhere but him.
Okay. So yours house is going to go down. You will spend the next 3 months here as my secretary. You will do anything I ask of you. No questions asked. You will also be staying here. I made sure to have my people arrange a room for you as we speak. You'll be provided with anything you need, and if you were to leave this house, you will have an escort with you. Is that clear?
Was he serious? Why can't I go home to my girlfriend? I asked murkily, my palms becoming sweaty. That's you!
Oh, because you must get town, he said calmly.
What? Are you serial? I asked him with a scoff.
Are you serious right now?
Are you serious right now? But he refused to answer.
Do you have any questions? He asked, all businesslike.
Should you really be asking that? I sassed, my anger taking over my shyness.
Okay, sweetheart, for one calm attitude, I'm going to have you not disrespect. I'm going to have you disrespect. Oh my God!
I'm not!
Okay, sweetheart. For one, calm the attitude. I'm not going to have you disrespect me. Trust me when I tell you that I will hurt you if you push me. Now, do you have any questions?
You can't hit a lady. I drew in my shaky breath and I looked down, trying to build my strength. Then I looked up at him and said, I am not going to sleep with you. Just sleep with him! What? She's feeling kind of nervous. Oh, man.
No, that's not It's one of my actual emails.
Wait, so
That's
why are we
messenger.
reading this?
To get 500 gems.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
See, like, hold on. Hey, Coochie Butt Randy.
Coochie Butt Randy. Oh, my rabbit is humping my cat. I just got that on a video. This video is fucking 20 minutes long already, dude.
Jesus.
It was quiet after my courageous clearance. I sat mutterly waiting for a reaction. Then out of nowhere, Stuart burst into laughter. And I turned myself to find him laughing himself stupid. And when I turned back to oh wow, that's such a kawaii laugh. I turned myself to find
him. It's the guy that sounds like this.
him.
It's the guy that sounds like this.
Oh! Laughing himself stupid. And when I turned back to face Jackson, he didn't confide in us musing as Stuart Little. In fact, he was unimpressed that his cold eyes stared daggles at me. Daggles? Daggers!
Oh, wait. Call Sonya, was all he said.
Oh. Stuart was still laughing. Cue the laughing!
What? Oh.
Turn. Oh wait, that's you.
Oh man, she told you.
I did, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, then you, yeah. It was now so tense, given that he's a bald, that Mr. Clean was practically invisible. It was only Jackson and I. He wanted to finger me. He stared at me when all of a sudden he smirked and leaned back to his chair, and then exclaimed calmly as he said, "Are you confident about what you said?" I found myself gulping.
Hey man.
Oh shit!
Are you confident about what you just said?
I found myself gulping at the threat that undertoned his words. His eyes flicked over at the bald eagle, at Mr. Clean, and he signaled for him to leave, causing cold fear to envelope as me. As soon as the door was closed and we were alone, he stood up and made his way towards me. But when he started getting too close, I sprung my feet and began backing up. He smirked, at me menacingly, and attempts to get away from him as he stalked over me with a predator-like manner. He's a sex offender! I'm a baby. I'm a child.
It's your cousin.
Yeah! One would think that the brightest idea was for me to walk towards the door, but instead my shaky knees led me to walk around his deck and into the wall. When he noticed that I had nowhere to go, he quickly stepped up to me. My chest was rising and falling quickly, and my palms were becoming sweaty, arms weak, mom's spaghetti. My eyes locked into his chest, refused to look anywhere else. Suddenly, he placed his large hands on the barriers of my neck, yet he didn't squeeze. He just left it there. He leaned down, and I felt the tip of his nose touch my cheek. The action was unexpected, and a gulps flew past my lips.
Oh, you're afraid of me. He said it, and then he kissed my nose with a soft bang.
Just a little. Oh, stop it.
Look at me. He said quietly, but I was just frozen. Look at me. It's a little harsher, and yet my eyes refused to obey.
His fingers tightened around my throat ever so slightly. Get off my Subway sandwich. And with a gasp, my eyes snapped to his coat. I'm not married to my cousin.
Get off my Subway sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, bitch. His fingers tightened around my throat ever so slightly, and with a gulp, my eyes snapped to his cold blue eyes. He seemed satisfied. For the hold around my throat loosened, and then he leaned down and he ghosted his lips onto mine. He asked,
Oh, can I get a kiss?
"And make it last forever." I said, "I'm about to go to war." I found myself swallowing a gulp of saliva before I shook my head inside. No!
No, he teased and took softly. Oh.
Oh wow. So
It
soft.
was just me.
Not really.
Tyler's just dancing faintly against my.
I felt my tongue darting out of the wet of my water lip when the door burst open and an elderly woman came through the door saying, "That's you, that's you, that's you."
Wait. Jackson, in heaven's name! Wait, Jackson, what in heaven's name? You're scaring the poor child. Let her go.
Suddenly, Jackson was no longer on me, and I found myself being pulled into a warm embrace. Ooh, Sonia, listen, I'm of
I was
age.
just having fun, Tanya. But since you ruined it, you can take her up to the room now. I have work to do anyway. She's not my type. I think she is your type.
He was literally just sexually harassing me. What do you mean?
Seriously, like you wanted a kiss from me. You kissed my nose.
Exactly. You started tickling
You kissed
my
nose.
bro started tickling my tummy and was like, "I don't. She's not my type," said Jackson as he brushed me off, and my heart fell.
Well then, come on, dear. Just ignore him. He's nothing but a big bully.
He is. He's fat and ugly and stupid, says Sonia as he held her own. Oh my god. Sonia, me and you are gonna get together.
Oh my god.
Up the stairs
I
and
thought
down.
she was a grandma.
I don't care! I'm into older woman.
Yeah, elderly.
I'm into older woman. I'm of age.
She's a really nice grandma.
Yeah, a nice grandma, a gilf.
Yeah.
Large windows illuminated the room that was straight as large as my entire studio. A large king-size bed covered in a chocolate brown silk summoned me over, but not before the double doors walked in and caught my eye.
Okay. Your bathroom is over on the right. The key to the balcony door is in the first drawer of your nightstand. Go ahead and get settled. I'll call you down in a few hours for dinner. And then tomorrow, Seymour. Tomorrow.
Thank you, Grandma.
And then tomorrow, Seymour will send for Jackson's stylist, and we will have a whole new wardrobe for you.
Says Sonia as she smiled warmly at me. Sonia, get in my bed right now.
Oh.
Thank you! I said with a smile and a simple nod. Sonia exited and closed the door behind her. Overwhelmed, I walked over to the bed and sat down, finally alone and finally able to think about what the fuck just happened downstairs between Jackson and I. However, before I could even get my thoughts in, a knock came from the door. I carefully stood up and made my way over to the door. Once I opened it, I found Stuart Little standing there with his arms behind his back and a smile on his face.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. I want to apologize for scaring you earlier, and I'd like it if we were friends. I brought you a rose as a token of apology and friendship.
Says,
Oh my god,
Oh
he
my
brought you a rose.
God, thank you. You brought me rosemary
A white flower.
from
A
the...
white rose. I
What?
think he's a little fruity.
I knew it, said Stuart Little as he bowed and presents me a white flower. I tried... He wants me for real. He brought me rosemary from the hit comic series,
I think he's a little bit fruity.
yeah. I tried to keep a straight face, and I tried even harder to stay mad at him, but I found my lips... Proud to say that my cat just farted? Okay. I found my lips crackling to a smile at his dramatic acting. What? Neither the apology, friendship, nor roses accepted, I stated, trying to pull on a straight face.
Oh, come on, don't be such a party pooper. I'm sorry, but once Jackson has his mind set on something, there's no way to change it. He's as stubborn as they come. If you don't want to be my friend, you can at least accept the rose. I got it from Sonia's garden. Let's not let the rose go to waste, huh?
Why would you get it from my girlfriend's garden?
He explained as he grabbed my left hand in a soft manner, opening my palm and placed the rose in my hand. Then he closed my fingers slowly and held on to my hand as he looked into my eyes and sincerely said,
I'm sorry.
then he let go of my hand and walked away.
I stood at the door for a while, just looking at the now empty hallway. Stuart Little was a strange guy, but just did was sweet. What? Oh, what he just did was sweet. I think shaking my head, I signed and closed the door. I plopped myself onto the bed, and soon enough, I was taken over by sleep. Me, 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 me.
What? Do I go back now?
Yeah.
I read it. Where's my diamonds?
Where's the 500 diamonds?
Mis solo forge.
Anyways, I'm gonna